The wrestling world was alerted tonight by some very shocking and yet very disappointing news because former pro wrestler turned AEW producer BJ Whitmer was terminated from the company. Now, this is due to his arrest on June 4th in Boone County, Kentucky. He was charged with first-degree strangulation and second-degree burglary, and the bond was set for him at $25,000. Now, due to the arrest and the charges, he was terminated by All Elite Wrestling, and it sounds like, according to AEW, this was due to domestic violence charges. So we don't have all the details on the actual situation, but AEW came out with this tweet confirming his termination. BJ Whitmer has been terminated following his arrest on domestic violence charges. While talent and staff are ultimately responsible for their own personal actions, this behavior is intolerable with AEW. AEW has reached out to offer support to those impacted by his behavior, which, listen, guys, there's no way to sugarcoat this whatsoever. These are very serious charges, right? Domestic violence, there's no room for that. AEW making it very clear that there's no room for that, and they are moving on from BJ Whitmer. Now, I've seen a lot of people immediately go to social media because, of course, with the pro wrestling community, tribalism exists, and a lot of people are starting to question AEW because he was originally arrested on June 4th, and today it is June 12th. So why did AEW just make a statement 8 days later? What do they know in the meantime? Things like that. And look, at the end of the day, I'm sure AEW had legal stuff to go through. I'm sure there's a process for them behind the scenes from the time they were alerted about this to the time of now in which they confirmed his termination. Obviously, there's a lot of details that we don't know about, and none of that matters, right? BJ Whitmer's gone from the company. AEW is moving on. And the one thing that a lot of people need to understand is that AEW as a company did confirm that they reached out to offer support to those impacted by his behavior. Not a lot of companies would do that. Not a lot of companies would do that. So, look, I'm going to keep you guys updated along the way with all of the biggest stories in pro wrestling. If you guys want more, make sure you guys click that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.